are you? Please welcome back to my channel, and I just want to thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, why are you waiting? Please subscribe to my channel, like and share so that we can grow this community. To those that are new, my name is Melody Moyo, and today this is my second video. I'm going to share more on my career journey so far. So here we go. So, first things first, I did Bachelor of Education Honors degree at Midland State University. And for you to do this degree, you have to choose a subject that we are going to major with. So for me, I was doing divinity and religious studies. Maybe the reason why I chose these two is because I was so good in high school. In these two subjects, I was the top student. So I wanted to do something that I was really enjoying and something that I had knowledge about. So this is the reason why I chose that subject. Secondly, the reason why I chose that program, it's because I wanted to be a lecturer, but I really don't know why I wanted to be a lecturer. But I had an understanding of saying that for me to be one, I had to do this degree, I had to teach, then graduate into lectureship. So I had that understanding, and this is the reason why I chose that program. And also my dad was really helpful. He indicated that I had chances to go and teach abroad. In fact, he wanted me to go and teach in Botswana because he is based there. So this is the reason why I chose this program. Then for you to finish this program, you have to go for attachment, just like many programs here in Zimbabwe. So I went for attachment. I really had a beautiful time. It was really a learning curve because I had the chance to perfect my teaching skills. I had to learn about lesson delivery, how to plan a lesson, classroom management, how to just work with other teachers, and how to work with kids. I even learned about the things that we do as teachers outside classroom. For me, I was coaching netball, so it was really a learning curve. Then soon after finishing my studies, I went to teach at Loreto High School, and I am grateful for that opportunity because they had indicated that I could come and teach as I wait for other opportunities. So I am really grateful for that experience and that opportunity because I highly believe that the opportunities that do come our way, they are there and they are a pathway to greater opportunities. So me being at Loreto High School for a term was more of like a stepping stone. Then from there, I was constantly applying for jobs. So I was invited for an interview at Mugura House Institute, where I am currently based. So this is how it happened. I was in this group of health and wellness, and the funny part is people were really strict. They wanted people to post about health and wellness related post. But on this particular day, someone sent a flyer with teaching vacancies, and there was divinity and religious studies. Then I applied. I was then called for an interview. But the funny thing is, I didn't know where the school was. So I sent a message on WhatsApp to the number that was on the flyer. Unfortunately, they did not reply. So I was then asking people in different WhatsApp groups. Then a mutual friend told me that the school was at like Mof Harare Mashingo Highway. So I attended the interview. I was coming from Gweru at that time. Guys, the funny thing is, I left Gweru around 6 a.m. and I really experienced a lot on my way because I had challenges with finding transport. I ended up using a truck, like I was using the Gweru Mvuma Chivu, then Harare Highway. It was something because I was supposed to be at the school, around 10:30 because the interview was set for 10:30. I left Gweru 6 a.m. using a truck. You know how slow trucks are. So when we got in Chivu, I told the truck driver that I was running out of time because I remember it was around 9:30. We were in Chivu. I had left within an hour, and I remind you, I didn't know where I was really going. So I looked for another transport from Chivu. I think I used a Hilux. Then they told me that they know where the school was, but they were not going to drop me at the school because the school is off road, like 16 k's from the main road. So when I got at the turn off, there were many people who were also looking for the transport from the main road to the school. So I joined them and we got transport around 10:30. Then we arrived at the school around 11. And when we got there, because the school had advertised for different vacancies, when we got there, we were divided into two groups, like those who were there for teaching post and those who were there for nanny teaching post. Guys, I was the youngest. I was the youngest amongst the people who were there for the teaching post. So people started discussing about where they were coming from, the schools where they are based, and the experiences that they have. And I was there with just one term experience, fresh from university. Some were talking about the awards that they had received, and I was just a girl plain with nothing. My qualification, my degree, I was there for a Cambridge post. And some were even indicating to say that you do not even have a chance to get this job because they are going to look for those who have managed to teach at Cambridge schools and whatnot and whatnot. And at some point, I actually felt intimidated, honestly. I was like, girl, why are you even here? You don't qualify. But at the same time, I sat and thought and said, we are coming all the way from Slovenia. You come here, you listen to what people are saying. Are you being for real? So when my opportunity, like my turn came for me to be interviewed, I went upstairs. And when I got at the door, I told myself, you enter that room, you sell yourself big. Whatever people were saying, you being young, you not having the required experience and whatnot, doesn't matter. You go and sell yourself big. And this is something that I've seen with life. There are certain times where people tell us we are not enough, we are not qualified. People just look down upon ourselves and feel like we don't deserve, we are not deserving. But I have learned the fact that you need to tell yourself that you are enough, you qualify. Whenever you are given the opportunity, sell yourself big because opportunities do come and go. When given that opportunity in those decision-making rooms, sell yourself big because you are enough and you are deserving. So I did my best. And I think I took the longest time, and people started asking me, what were you still doing? Then I told them I was still being interviewed, So the following day, I was still in Gweru. I got a call. You know that call. Congratulations. I was happy, guys. I was like, what? What about that lady who said she has 6 years experience, she has this award and whatnot? So you are deserving. Whatever comes your way, if you put your heart into it, your energy and everything, you get the chance. And God He has his own way of doing things. People, they do not matter. I got the job. Then I joined the institution. Remember, I was coming from teaching at a Zimsek school, at a mission school. I was just there for a term. Now I'm at a private school, a Cambridge school. I had to work extra hard so that whenever I visit that class, I have enough knowledge, I have researched, I'm in a position to answer the questions that students do ask, and I'm in a position to, prepare them for exams because I was also teaching candidates. So I really worked hard the first term I was there. You know how God works. A month down the line, I got promoted. Yes, you heard me. I got promoted to an executive role. This is how it happened. I was called for another interview, and they were saying they were giving me a chance to work as a school administrator, as a personal assistant to the managing director. And the managing director, mind you, is the owner of the school. I was like, no, I cannot do it. I remember at one point I refused to accept the offer because I felt like, what is it that I'm going to do? I don't know anything. I do not have the experience. And I even called my dad, and he was like, Sissy, what? Go and accept that offer. You will learn and perfect as you go. Even my friend, shout out to Precious, she was really helpful because she was also working at the school. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, she was really helpful. She said, we will learn, just accept the offer. So I have been working as an executive school administrator from that time up until today. And it has not been easy. I was young, I am young, working with old people. We have their own opinions. But here I am. The road is ups and down, but it's a learning curve, and I really enjoy my work, and God has been amazing. And I can safely say that I have learned a lot from the position, and it has really taught me certain things that I didn't know about myself. I didn't know I'm a leader. I didn't know I can facilitate educational programs. I didn't know that I can even speak in front of many people and people enjoy whatever I do. So I am really grateful for that and this opportunity. So I am still working at Mugure House Institute, which is a beautiful school for your kids. Consider the school if you have a kid who's going for Form 1 or lower 6. Yeah, so professionally, this is what I have been doing. Just share how it started. You know, the COVID-19 lockdowns, yeah, with an S. It was a tough time, and you know how boring it was for us to be constantly indoors. So I decided to offer lessons, like extra lessons, to students that couldn't afford to attend extra lessons, So I was teaching them divinity and religious studies and history. So I was using WhatsApp. So I just loved the process. I loved how appreciative the students were. I just loved everything about it. It is so satisfying for someone to send you a message thanking you of the work that you have done, like freely. So this is how I started. So I started by just offering lessons to those who couldn't afford to pay for extra lessons. Then I founded an organization which is called Advent Education Foundation, and it is there to promote education for all. The main things that we have done as an organization is advocating for education for all and trying by all means to support the girl child, because oftentimes it is the girl child that is disadvantaged. So I have visited orphanage homes, I have visited schools. So for orphanage homes, maybe for example, when we went to Kudakwashe Children's Home in Stonebridge, we donated food, we donated stationery and clothes. And the most challenging thing with voluntary work or donating stuff is that people are not really like easily moved. No one is really that ready to support the initiative. So most of the things you have to be in a position to support yourself. But one thing I love, you always have people that have your back, like my friends and some of my colleagues really supported me. They were helpful with the process and getting the stuff. So this is how I managed and sometimes manage to donate stuff. I have managed to visit schools donating pads like for the girl child. I feel like this is something that people don't really understand. Most people, they just feel like these girls they can afford, but the honest truth about it is that we still have girls in schools that cannot afford those farais. I think they go for $1 or $1.50. I don't know, but we have them. Even today, we have girls who cannot afford sanitary pads. We have girls that need our support as people, as communities, and societies. And it's something that I love, seeing them being appreciative of us donating pads to them. So I have visited certain schools in donating the pads, and sometimes even during public holidays when I'm not at work, I just visit any orphanage home. Even if I don't have any material stuff, I just go and support them. If it means cleaning it, if it means in doing laundry and whatnot, I feel there is a need, because even those that work in these orphanage homes, they need our support. So these are some of the things that I do. And there was a time where I visited a school called St. David's Nyandoro in Mahosekwa, yeah, with Anna Chipepi Honde. She's amazing. I loved the program, and she's also doing well in supporting girls in terms of donating sanitary pads. So if you have the chance with whatever that really interests you, find a way to support communities. If it's mental health, drugs, whatever, people need to be supported. I think the world we live in today is actually different from the time we were growing up, like primary, and our parents, like the times are now different. These young people, we young people rather, we need support. Even the students, they need our support. So just find a way of availing yourself, offer something that really interests you in these communities. I have also joined Project Girls for Girls Zimbabwe. I went for a training, like for a 6-week training, and I was given a leadership certificate. So with this certificate, you are now a leader who is in a position to train other leaders. So I went that process, and now I'm a mentor to these girls. So anytime I can train girls, and the main idea about it is to train girls to take up leadership space. They need to be constantly told that they are deserving and they can be leaders in different sectors. So this is one of the things that I do. Then I'm also a board member for Itai Africa. Itai Africa is a non-governmental organization that has board members across Africa, and the founding director, she's based in Switzerland. So she's really interested in supporting children that do come from disadvantaged backgrounds, the underprivileged. So the organization pays tuition to these kids, they donate stationery, and we also run a kitchen in one of the cities here in Zimbabwe, whereby kids, they get food from that kitchen. So this is something that I do. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy education activism, and there are people that do inspire me who are highly involved. So in short, or in depth, this is my career so far, and I feel like this is a beginning for me. There is more that is to come. I believe that God has greater plans for me in these things that I do love. So yeah, thank you for staying. This is all about my career journey so far. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.